Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How are you? Hey, Life with Nicole Marie, if you're still here. How you doing? Oh, I need this. Okay. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day is good. Yo, those t-shirts look really nice on you guys. If you're here, I'm just over here opening up mail. Went to the post office. From a couple days ago, and I'm just getting to everything. So, how's everyone doing today? I hope well. I need to shred all of this later. Hey, Life with Nicole. Girl, I thought I was going to get to this location sooner. That's why I was like, wait, I got to reschedule this. I left and then came back and boom, it was like already after 12 by the time I looked again. Yo, those shirts looked really nice on you guys. I can't believe how nice they actually look. I like that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. Hey, J Dog. J Dog in his house. How you doing, J Dog? How was your fourth, Nicole and J Dog? How did that go? Yeah, they came out nice. I said, I'm quite surprised. Is the video feed okay? Like, is it buffering at all? Let me know. I'm over here waiting for this to warm up. And honestly, I think that the post office is open today because I saw a post office van on my way here, and I was like, "Oh, they open today?" It was good. We went live. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that this morning. It was on my YouTube recommendations that you were live, and I was like, "Oh snap! How did I miss that?" Then I realized I missed it because I wasn't even like remotely near, too close to uh, electronics yesterday, where I was just enjoying the I was enjoying the scenery and I was enjoying the fresh air that I haven't really gotten in a long time. So I was inhaling all of the water elements and just regrounding myself a little bit. I could have gone to the beach today, but I didn't feel like commuting on a train, and I just didn't feel like doing all of that. Um, so I just say, you know what, I'm not going. So I guess my friend went, but I didn't go. I just said, not today. Even though I could, I woke up early enough to be able to meet. It would have been nice to meet new people as well, but whatever. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow. And today, let me just clean this off a little bit. Get those streaks out. There we go. Today, I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I said, you know what? This is a good day to talk about manifestations. Because a lot of, like I said yesterday, if you guys, I think Nicole, you were here. I'm not sure how much you heard though, but how I was talking about with TikTok, because I've been going on there a whole lot. I don't know about your timeline, but my timeline has been filled with informational thing. What's up, Marquita? How you doing, girl? How you doing, sis? Like I said, we too close not to even have met at least once in our lifetime. Um, so I wanted to talk about manifestation because again, I don't know if TikTok has been showing me those videos because it's specifically for me, or if it's for me to talk about. But this, guys, if you saw my video when I was buying a book for to help me journal. You know, the little girl in Walmart picked this out, and so I've been writing in this almost every day. Um, you know, I need to do better at it, but manifestation doesn't always have to deal with writing stuff down, because I believe we manifest things often. Our thoughts, that's the biggest manifestation. Our thoughts create things, and I feel like we're always doing that. Like I said, I'm waiting for this to warm up, so this is a good time to talk. I script every day. Sis, I know, right? Yes, I remember that video very. Yeah, so I want you guys to, we're going to do an object lesson to get to today together. Whether you have a journal or not, I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen. I know we all have paper laying around. I don't care if it's big, small, like a scratch of paper, if the paper has something on it on the front. Honestly, it's better if it doesn't have anything on it, because you don't want to mix your manifestation with whatever's previously on a piece of paper. But just for the sake of today, I want everybody to really start doing this, because there's a reason why Hello World is here. It's not just about, you know, frivolously talking about things, and I don't think I frivolously talk about anything. I think I have a lot of fun. You guys get to see a lot of my jovial side, but today we need to get to the basics, or go back to the basics, because a lot of us have been wondering why things aren't going in our life. Maybe we're stuck. Maybe we're like in a thought of transition and just don't know how. But today we're focusing on how, what, when, and why. When you want things, how do you want life to be? What do you want to do with your life? When do you want to see all of this come to fruition? And I forget what the last one was. Don't worry about it. How about that? Don't worry about it. Let it go. Let it work itself out. This is a great. I'm glad you're talking about. Yeah, I just said, hey, Just Sean, how you doing? Welcome back to Hello World. Good to see you. This is like today. All right, so I just assume that everybody has a piece of paper. I gave you a little bit of time to run to pick up something. Again, like I said, if you can't find a regular scrap piece of paper, find something, because we have to start getting in the routine of not only thinking things but seeing it visually. Because when we think and activate seeing, it becomes. And I have a little bit more time before this actually warms all the way up. Yeah, I got a little bit of time. I have a little bit of time. Is the feet okay, y'all? Or is it like a little messy? You let me know. Hey, AKA, how you doing? We're going to start manifesting things, guys, today. We're going to start today. And if you don't know, we already manifest things. But now we're going to deliberately manifest things. Right? Because, like I said, subconsciously, the things we think about become. So now we're going to deliberately make things that we think about have purpose and actually come. Okay? You ready? This is all personal, so don't go sharing it with anybody. Don't even share it with me. This is between you, your maker, whoever you believe in, whether God or whatever. As long as they're about good stuff, okay? Your maker, between you, your maker, and what you see. How you see yourself. Where you want to see yourself. Let's go. I want you to write down 3 things for the immediate, meaning like within the next week. When I mean immediate, within the next week, what you want to see for yourself happen. This has nothing to do with anybody else. So I don't want you manifesting, oh, I want my friend to have a good day, or I want my husband or my wife to experience it. This is about you. We're always deflecting life onto others. Now I want you to directly be injected with what you want. If you don't know what you want, then I want you to write on the piece of paper that you want to manifest, learning how to figure out what you want in life. It has nothing to do with anyone else. Let's remember that. I feel like I'm really dark, y'all. Has nothing to do with anybody else. This is between you, your maker, and what you want. Okay? So go ahead, write down 3 things. I'm going to write mine down too. What you want immediate in the next 3 days. And it's better to speak as if it already is happened or happening. So maybe you can say I'm grateful for, but you know what? I'm not even going to throw in whatever, how to start it. Just do it. Just do it. This is personal. However you write it is up to you. Okay, I just wrote my 3 things down. And it's not about sharing it. I can't share this with you because this is a manifestation that I want. Again, I don't care how you write it down. Don't write it in past tense. Write it in present tense. That's all I'll give you. The clues to give you is that. But otherwise, write it down. Write down 3 things. When you have those 3 things written down, just type a 1 in the chat. Right, no sharing. Yeah. Don't share it with anybody. Don't share it with your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Don't share it with your coworkers. Don't share it with anybody. Because this is supposed to be about you. You want little to no interference. You want little to no anybody saying, well, maybe you should write it this way. Or, oh, well, don't you think that's thinking a little bit too big? You don't want any of that. This is about what you want. Write down 3 things that you want within the next week. I don't care how realistic it may seem or how unrealistic. That is not up to any of us to be able to judge. Because if we believe in God or a higher power or a maker or whatever, they can do anything. They can make any impossibility become possible. So I don't care how derailed you. First of all, that's another thing. Stop thinking about your ideas or whatever being too extreme. Stop thinking that it's too big. Because if any of you have believed in a higher power, I'm sure we've all been taught that there's nothing that's too big or too small or too wide or too narrow that can't be done for you if you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. I want you to see how real manifestation is so that you can deliberately start thinking things versus just allowing your thoughts to just flow for no reason. Hey Raymond, how you doing? Hey Gangsta Emoji, how you doing? Good to see you. Today we're about to manifest. So for all of those who just came in, get a piece of paper. I don't care. I don't want any excuses like I don't have a piece of paper. The only piece of paper I have is like an old receipt. I don't care. Turn it on the back of the receipt if it's blank. This is just to get you started. If it's blank, just write 3 things that you want in the immediate week to happen. I wrote down my 3. I'll give you guys time to write yours down if you just came in. But we have to be very intentional now. Today, I want us to be very intentional about our lives. I speak about all of us working and operating in our purpose all the time. But for some reason, I don't know if people honestly believe that they have a purpose. I don't know if people honestly achieve and even thinking about how to get to operating in their purpose, even though I tell you how. We're being deliberate today. Okay? Once you have written those 3 things down, I want you to look at that piece of paper. Hey, John W., how are you? Welcome to Hello World. I want you to look at that piece of paper. And I want you to read what you wrote. Whether you say audibly or not, but if there's somebody in the room, then don't do audibly. Just look at it, read it. Read it 3 times. And smile about it. Because when you smile, you're activating goodness. You're activating the receptive part of you. So read it and smile. Believe it. And while you're reading it, I don't want you to read it real fast. I want you to read it for everything, like wow, and feel it. And feel it already happening. Read that thing. Read those 3 things and give yourself 30 seconds or more to read it. Because I want it to sink in here. I want it to sink in your heart and in your soul. So that when it comes, this right here won't deny it. I can't believe, no. Read it. And believe it. Smile. And while you're reading that thing, I want you to visualize what you're reading and something actually happening for you right then and there. Bam. Simple as that. You have just now manifested what you want within the next week to happen. Keep smiling. And understand that that thing will come. Those 3 things that you've written down will come. Don't worry about the status of the day that we call Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Don't worry about that. Because a week in manifestation mode could actually be the actual time in which we do not abide by. Hey, Information Man, how you doing? Welcome to Hello World. For John W., what you have to do is write down 3 things. Get a blank piece of paper, keep it to yourself. Write down 3 things that you want to manifest this week. And remember, our time versus the reality of time is different. So maybe we need to start living in what the reality of time really is, which means that there is no limit. It's not 12 hours. It's certainly not 24 hours. It just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. Because if you think about it, the theory of time would make sense to you, because when you die, it continues to go forward. So I believe, no one has effectively been able to calculate what year we really are in, what time it really is. And I guess the most accurate way we can figure out what time it is by looking at the sun. Go on by that. The most we need to know is daylight and evening. We don't need to know, well, it's 12 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh my goodness, I got to get to work. These are man-made things to keep us on a tight chain. To keep us on that wheel. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy or maybe it makes sense. It makes sense to me. We're supposed to be free. How can we be free if we're always doing the same routine all the time? Pay attention to nature. Yes, the 3D is delayed. Ooh, you sound like my boss. Good idea. My entire office is closed off until tomorrow. Circumstances don't matter either. Exactly. Circumstances do not matter. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if you currently like I said, I don't even want to put a thought in your mind as to what you could possibly write down. But circumstances absolutely don't have to equate to how can or cannot your three things you've written down mean. Don't we believe in miracles? Yes, we believe in miracles. We woke up this morning, we know how to walk, right? And if time really made sense, then why in the world, because I know InfoN is in California, why in the world is it 3 hours behind? It's not accurate. It never will be. Hmm? Does that make sense? That you can go into different parts of the world and it's tomorrow already? Makes no sense. That's why I say when you write down your manifestation, and I'm literally saying this week, meaning if it doesn't literally happen within the Monday through Saturday calendar, it does not mean it's not going to happen. Because your week might actually have to incorporate you doing a specific thing. And by you focusing on that specific thing, you will know, oh, maybe I should go this way or that way. And then your manifestation happens. There's a lot of intricate little steps that happen. And we always forget. The heart pumps to the blood. The blood rejuvenates so we can move. The muscles in our eye tell us to open. Intricacy of the human anatomy that we always forget or don't even think about often. We just automatically die. Be thankful for those intricacies. A lot of people, their brain tells them no more. Gratitude is the first thing that we all need to have. And then we need to remember, spend a little bit of time thanking God, Jamaica, or whoever you believe in, that you're able to do the simple task of moving. No matter how mobile you are or how limited you are. Today I'm doing a deluxe t-shirt. So y'all know it's going to take a lot of time. But I'm thankful for a time I'm thankful for the times where I get the ideas to stop, recenter, and refocus. Also, the other thing that I would like everyone to possibly do, if you can, if you're not near a beach, that's fine. But if you're near a park or you have access to a park, go there. Take your shoes off. Just twinkle your little feet in the grass. That's another way of regrounding yourself. I talk about that often, about regrounding yourself. If you guys don't know each other, feel free to get to know each other. I'm just over here working. I only have one t-shirt to make today. And again, do not share those 3 things you wrote down. The only reason why I said just do 3 things is because we need to activate believing that what we do and what we think actually come about, so we can be more careful. Hey Nelly Nuggets, how you doing? Good to see you. Yes, be grateful for everything you have in the moment. Yes. Hey Miss Terrell, what's going on, sis? Oh, you were here in the bushes? Okay. I do it all the time. Yes. You see? You're talking to people who have experienced it and can attest that this stuff really works. It's not stuff. This part of taking care of yourself really works. That's what I want to say too. It's not just stuff. This is part of you entertaining you and taking time to love you, to appreciate you, and to want the best for you. Sometimes we don't even realize that we don't even actually want the best for ourselves because we live our lives frivolously. We just go along, just doing whatever. We abuse our bodies in different ways. You know what you do to abuse your body? We need to be more deliberate on how we care for this vessel that encapsulates our soul. I'm just getting all my material out. I should have probably done that, but that's more important. It's more important. This is more important. This is way more important. Vitality is way more important than me trying to figure out what to put on this deluxe t-shirt, because it's going to happen. I don't want nobody else. I also want everybody to practice getting your stuff together, meaning like organizing. I want everybody to start practicing organization in their lives. Recently, I've gotten back into self-affirmations, meditating, crystals. My whole focus in life has become myself, and I am showing up healing. Yes! That is amazing. And just to clarify, when I say self, I'm not talking about without your higher power or God. I'm just talking about we're always so preoccupied with everything else that goes on that we forget about who is taking care of you. The only person that can take care of you first is you. You can always ask God, your higher maker, or whoever you believe in, to take care of you. But if you don't even show initiative, how can they be powerfully effective in your life? y'all put this stuff in the room. This not even in that box. Oh, yes, it is. I don't want nobody. You see how it all makes sense? Am I making sense to you guys? You know how I know it's making sense to you? Because it makes sense to me. So at least if it's making sense to me, I know somebody, whether in the replay or watching now, can attest to that. And I know I heard a little bit of amens in the chat. But effectively, guys. Oh, Miss Terrell, were you here when I was saying that we're going to manifest 3 things this week? And I don't mean that this week has to be within the Monday through Saturday that we've been told exists. I'm talking about believing that this week, however it's supposed to unfold, will happen. But within that time of unfolding, we have to effectively, continuously think about it so that we start to move and flow into the areas of those things that come true for whatever you specifically wrote down. Just because you write something down and you say, well, in 7 days you said this was going to happen, but whatever you wrote down, will it require 7 days? And if it does require 7 days, what are you doing in order for those 7 days to be effective? And will you be upset if it doesn't literally happen in the 7 days that we've been taught is a day? And who are you going to blame? Nobody, because you have to continuously believe that it's going to happen. Time standing still. Remember those socks? It's about time standing still. Yes, I was here. Okay. Okay, cool. Add in decluttering too, Joy. Extra stuff for no reason or purpose can block your creative. It's so true. Appreciate yourself from stress. Ooh, separate yourself from stress. Exactly. And people, exactly. And you'll realize too, when you are in that manifestation mode, some things that out of the ordinary may start happening. But don't be upset if it means it's a separation of another human being interaction, because it doesn't mean that it's going to be forever. It just means that specifically at that time, this particular situation needs to be on pause so that your manifestation can come true, so you can focus more. Because you don't know how to not let the distraction of another human being prevent you or get you to your manifestation. So don't think that it's always other people that are causing you stress. Maybe it's you not being able to focus with all these other things around. That's why when you become more in tune with meditation and quieting your soul, you get stronger. You ever watch those kung fu movies where the whole world, like I saw this really dope one, the whole world is going crazy around. Oh, like, all right, let me tell you this, right? So I was watching this kung fu movie. I forget the name of it, but I think it was something like a dragon or something like that. But this guy, he was like the head monk, right? Somebody released some demons or whatever. The head monk started to like basically fight. The human head monk was fighting with, let's say, the devil, right? Or like the biggest snake or whatever. He was able to focus, body present, but mind exploding and defeating that demon. He got beat up, but he was so focused that the stressors of whatever that demon was doing didn't faze him, because he was still able to focus and beat him. So it's not always everybody else causing the situations. It's just we don't know how to let those situations can continue to go and we walk through. So yeah, the separation may be needed, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad person or thing that's going on. I don't need nobody else. All right, now I'm looking for. Oh, this is the one I'm looking for. I can't wait, y'all, for when my new transfers come in. It's gonna be different stuff. It's gonna be a lot of different things. Or like newer, fresh and new things, so you guys have more to choose from. Just so you have more to choose from. Keep talking amongst yourselves. I'll be around. I'll turn around. I'll be right around in a moment. Oh, where did I put my stuff? Did that fall off the top? Oh, here it is. Ah, oh, gosh. I probably have to do that a couple of times. Hey, silly mama, how you doing? Welcome. Hey, Jen, how you doing? I'm good. How about you? Be at peace during the manifestation and never think or speak negative. Yes. Tell him, Mr. Rel. Tell him. And being at peace may require you to separate yourself until you come to that point where you can manifest with distractions. That's when you know you've grown or have been able to grow even more. When you can absolutely operate even when things are going on around you. That's how strong we want to become. Where we can manifest, and even if the whole world is chaotic, you're still at peace and you're still able to accomplish whatever desire or need that you have. Because sometimes manifestations just isn't about what you want, but it's a need. You just said it, Joy. You have to separate yourself from everything to grasp on your personal, emotional, and mental needs. Yes. My 10-year-old was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, so we're trying to adjust. Wow. How is the 10-year-old feel? How is your 10-year-old feeling? Because while it's difficult for you guys emotionally, they're probably going through a whole lot. You know what I mean? They need to understand that life is still beautiful and they still can live a lush, fulfilled life just with a few minor adjustments. And I know that there are things, out there that can help with diabetes holistically as well as, if they need to take medication. Here we go with this, y'all. Someone to, I know being able to operate and see things clearly within or in the midst of your storm. I'm getting back to myself. I look back and see all my mistakes and see how I was acting in the past months. Okay. Someone to cast stones at you. Well, let them cast it. Let them cast it. As long as you don't try to catch those stones or allow them to hit you and keep you down. People can say whatever they want because they will. But as long as you know where your heart is and what your desires are, it's okay. Because those same people, they're going to want the same type of grace when their time comes. I have to hold this down. And then one day, silly mama, I challenge you to never talk about it ever again. You see where you were, you see what you are currently, but I challenge you to never ever let it cross your lips again. The hurt and pain that people have gotten or have caused. Only reason why I say that is because you keep reliving. Not you, but we keep on reliving things, all of our wrongs and our hurts when we let it stay in the front of our mind. So talk about it all you want, but I challenge you one day to be like, okay, there's nothing I can do about it, and just continue to move forward. Oh, okay. Got to go check on her and make sure she eats her lunch. All right, Jennifer. Well, she was in ICU for a couple of days, so she must. Oh, poor baby. Tell her I said, hello, world. And I'm wishing for the best for her and to always know that she's beautiful and amazing no matter what. And she still has a purpose and something that she needs to fulfill in this world. So don't allow this little setback to keep her in a fallen position. All right, Jen, you tell her I said that. And she's still gonna be a bright and shining light. in the world. Check your email, please. Okay. I'll check it when I get off of this. That's what my sister said too. All right, well that's confirmation. Like trust me, it hurts. It doesn't hurt, but it's uncomfortable because I know where it is. I know what it is to be like, okay, you got to move on. And I hate when people try to tell me to move on. So I'm not speaking like go ahead, move on. I'm speaking from the point where I know that if we keep on rehashing certain things, we're not going to forget. We'll never forget. But we're not going to be able to focus on what we are currently doing. You just did some amazing things. You actually did my challenge. And now that you've done the challenge, you got to come on and move on. And all that extra energy needs to go on to that challenge that you just accomplished. And that means that you're going to have to use all of the energy that you have, especially the energy about what happened in the past. You're going to need that because that's powerful. You're going to need that to move forward in the challenge that you just, you know what I'm saying. Hey Luke, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. That's powerful challenge. It stops from reliving, refeeling those hurts. It is. It's hard. She been telling me that for the longest. Well, I don't know you or your sister. So that means something. Oh, silly mama, just so you know, I don't know if you were here earlier, but we were talking about manifestation and how I wanted everybody to write 3 things that they want to happen this week and to not like focus on like the 7-day week that we've traditionally have been told is a week. Um, but to utilize this time to write 3 things that you want to see. When you finish writing it down, read it to yourself. Make sure nobody else is in the earshot of what you're saying. Either if they are, then just read it to yourself internally. But read it to yourself 3 times and smile while you're reading that thing. And that makes a difference. Like when I was smiling, reading the things that I had written down, I was just like, I felt like, wow, it's already done. So I want you to do that. All right, cool. And y'all, I think the post office is open today. I really do. Because I saw, while I was driving here, I saw a post office van. And I was like, y'all must be open today. So I have everything else packaged up from, what was it, Saturday that we were here? I have everything packaged up, so I'm going to try to go over there and drop this stuff in the mail. I guess that, but they were open on Friday. I don't know, y'all. It's not going to waste no time if I go over there and check. I gotta hold this now. I gotta hold this down. And my shoulder's still killing me too, y'all. And I think it's primarily because I haven't been to the gym. I haven't been to the gym to do any therapy. I have been simply doing the therapy that the doctor gave me, but I think just lifting weights on top of it would probably help as well. You know what else too can help with manifestation too, y'all? An added bonus. If you if you if you practice fasting. If you practice fasting, that will help as well. I have to smile, remember? If you practice fasting, that will help with manifestation as well. And it doesn't necessarily mean fasting from food, but maybe you need to fast from something else. But if you want to receive this challenge about fasting, the first thing that comes to your mind that you would fast from, do that thing. Because that might be the most difficult thing to fast from. And choose the amount of days you want. I don't want to have anything to interfere with whatever your life pattern is supposed to be. So choose the amount of days you want to fast for. If it's 24 hours to 12 hours, then do that. But I don't want to put any type of standard on whatever your fast is or whatever you're going to fast from. This is all about us figuring out ourselves and doing the work for ourselves with no interference from anyone else. No more interference, y'all. We're not going to allow anything to interfere in our deliberate manifestation of life. No more. No more. I had to fast from my phone a few days or a few years ago. It was such an interference, and that time I was able to collect your thoughts and get closer to your kids and was able to reflect. Yes. Now, here's the clincher. Now that you were able to fast from your phone should no longer be a hindrance with your children. So you should be able to use your phone and still be able to commit the same amount of energy that you had for your kids. If that's not happening, then you need to fast again. That is how we know if we've overcome stuff. Where if it's right in our face, it still can't distract us from our primary goal. You get it? That's what manifestation is all about. And not only just manifestation, but just how life is. And overcoming things. Ooh, I got this close. I don't need nobody. Oh no, my niece is still really hot. That's all right. That was still really hot. I felt that one didn't have a lot going on, so this is definitely going to be weird. How's everybody doing either way? Yes. I hope your day is so going very well. I think it's like it's after 1 here, almost 1:15. Have to clean that off. It's a mild day over here. Well, at least it feels mild because I'm not burning up hot. I'm not burning up hot in here, so it must not be so hot. Hey, Teapot, what's going on? Welcome to Hello World. Girl, you missed it. We just talking about manifestation and such. I know you know a lot about that. So, what I had challenged everyone to do, not even challenged, but I commissioned everybody to do, was to write down 3 things that they want to see happen this week, and to also take out the idea that 7 days is the actual week that it will work in the manifestation process, because time really has no equivalency to what we believe it is. And I also said that sometimes that time required is really because we need to get to where we're supposed to be in order for those things that we have written down to come to fruition. And to also believe that the calendar that we've been provided to go by, to live our lives by, doesn't necessarily mean that it's accurate. So to be encouraged that the time that we put on these things may actually be a little longer. And to even realize that no matter how far-fetched we think it is for it to happen in such a short period of time, doesn't mean that it's not impossible. But it's going to require us to believe and to activate our desires or our wants or our wishes by continuously be thankful for it already happening, seeing that it is. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I don't need nobody else. And even if people don't believe that it's a possibility for it to actually happen, try. What's the worst that can happen if you tried something that you believe doesn't even isn't possible? Oop, 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 that's hot. Oh, I need something else. What Abraham Hicks deliberate creators? You know how she says that, right? Or whatever it is. So that's pretty much what we were talking about. Let me see what y'all saying. It took me close to. Rhonda said, "Hey, we have a member. We have a member, and it's Ron Weasley, Dorker Farms. How you doing?" Yes, the power of thought, gratitude, thankfulness, positivity is and so forthcoming. Feel as it already has been done. Oh, feel as if you already have what you want. Hey, Ron. Hey, Big Daddy Bear Gaming Promotions. How you doing? It took me close to 2 years to manifest how I wanted my living room after my son moved out. I visualized what I wanted and how I wanted it. And then all of the things started coming, and you didn't even realize until you're like, wait a second. This is what I wanted. I even drew out how I wanted everything in that space, and now I have it. I know that's right. Y'all hearing from experience. And that brings up another point. Sometimes we want to manifest something, it actually comes, and then you forget that you even manifested it until you get a subtle reminder. This is what you wanted. And they're like, oh, sad. This actually works. Me focusing on things that I want and doing the work to get it. Ooh. I don't want nobody else. Everything happens in its appropriate time. Remember that. So be patient. Be patient and thankful. Be patient and thankful because everything will come. Everything will come. But you have to believe and stand in agreement with that. And don't worry about mirroring your life with someone else's reality. Don't worry about mirroring your life with someone else's reality. Because your reality may be a little bit different. Not a little bit. Your reality is different. How about that? Your reality is different from everyone else. Your expectations are different than everyone else. Your thought process is different from everyone else. And there's nothing wrong with being different. There's nothing wrong with your expectations being a little bit different. Your expectations, in your opinion, may be a little bit more than someone else's, but it doesn't mean that it really is. So stop comparing your life with other people. I'm going to hold this down now. Stop comparing. Stop the comparisons. Stop the comparisons. Stop the comparisons with somebody who's more mature in life. Stop the comparisons with someone who may be a little bit more financially sound or less sound than you. Stop the comparisons with someone else who has more children than you or less children than you, and they're having a different experience than you are with your kids. Stop the comparisons, because you have no idea whether that comparison that you're comparing yourself with, how much they've worked or how far they've come or how far they're willing to go with their relationship. Stop the comparisons. Stop the comparisons with somebody who's more sick than me. Why me? Stop the comparisons. Oh, this person thinks that their life is more different than mine and that their struggles are less than mine. Stop the comparison, because we have no idea what people go through. While you may be stronger in that same area that you think everybody else is strong and they may be the most weak in. Stop the comparisons. Stop the comparisons with the idea of maybe that you may have a hardship. Everybody has hardships. There's not a person in this world that doesn't go through something that is hard for them to go through, and emotions that they can't handle themselves. Everybody goes through something. Whether it's internally or outwardly. Everyone goes through something. And everyone needs a little help. Stop the comparisons and thinking just because someone thinks that, or you see that, you think somebody has it all together, that they don't need help. Stop it. Because you have no idea what their life is like outside of what you see. So true, but I worked real hard on making this happen. Do you remember last year when I found that brand new bread maker for $2? That through, I put that thought out there and it showed up. If a person focuses on what they don't have the lack of, then that's what you'll keep getting. Yes. And stop worrying about what others do. Yes. Agree. We are all on a different journey, and at different stages. Just really no comparison with each other, and shouldn't be. Exactly. No one person is better than any other in your eyes or heart. Yes. We all have our own baggage and struggles. It's very true. And people forget that when they start comparing. Well, that ain't nothing really you should be worrying about. Stop minimizing somebody's pain or struggle just because it's not like yours. Yo, this is giving me a problem, y'all. Oh, I know why. I know why. And stop the comparison of thinking that love can't help heal the broken. I'll break down what love is. Here we go. Love is when you can listen to somebody going through stuff. Love is when you are genuinely attentive. Love is not always repaying back what you think somebody deserves. Love is friendship. Love is kindness. Love is romantic, yes. But love is very platonic as well. Love is healing. Love is motivating. Love is when you can love in a weakness and when you can love in hardship. Love is acceptance. And love is honest. Love is forgiveness. Love is after you have been forgiven, you don't do it again. Love is when you can admit when you're wrong. You name it, that's what love can be. Love has no expectations or conditions. Love creates unity. Love can conquer all, and yet if you let it, yes. Love is so many things, yes. They are living in the past and with victim mentality. I think the compassion for someone can, because they have low self-esteem, is true. Yes, I know from experience in my own. I've, in the life of others, and I've seen in the life of others that we all need love and a human touch. Yes, our spirit seems to dwindle when we don't get those two things. It's true. That's a hard one for some, is to admit when you're wrong. It is true. That's allowing pride to become the master of nothing. When you can allow pride to not be the master of anything, that's dope. You know how many friendships I could have salvaged if pride wasn't the issue? Do you know how many family ties could be still tied together if pride was not the issue? Do you know how many things could be salvaged if disbelief wasn't present? All of these things that we are talking about, what love is absolutely hard. But what is life worth if we don't work on something? You say you want to have a better life, you want to live a better life, you want to be a better version of yourself. These are the qualities and the things that you have to work through. These are the requirements that you must be willing to do. I don't love nobody. Well, fine. You can continue that same vibe and share it and keep spreading it like vile pestilence throughout the whole entire world, and then you would have proven to your point that life really can't be better. Aren't you tired of proving that point? We prove that point every single day in many different ways. But the one thing that people have not tried, and tried very well, is love. Do I know everything? Absolutely not. Can it work for everything? I don't know, but it's worth a try. Definitely worth a try. It's better than what the current situation is, don't you think? Don't you think? Don't you remember you told me that you love me, baby? Baby, baby, baby. Love is committing the idea that, like I just said, once you know you've done wrong and you've been forgiven for your wrong, that you don't do it again. And that you make a concerted effort not to do that again because you love and respect and honor your word. I'm about to wrap up this deluxe shirt. As you can see, I've been doing it. I've been on this shirt for like a good hour, probably. Takes a lot to create it. Oh, wow. Gotta push down hard. I don't try to prove anything. I just be me. I take back. I challenge myself daily to prove certain things to yourself. All right now. That's a great way of thinking about that, Teapot. Whew. Oh, nice. I didn't know you made your t-shirts from home. This is my workstation. My workspace. All right, I'm done with this. Done with this one. Ooh, there's a big old blank space right there. Huh. Hold on, let me do one more thing. I saw a big blank space. This is cute. This is gonna be cute right here. This definitely gonna be a busy one, y'all. This is definitely gonna be a busy shirt. Dang, I just scratched myself. I just scratched myself. Yes, because I know there are some relationships that are worth working on. It's true. That's a hard one. Okay. Some relationships are worth working on. The relationship with yourself is primary object number one. Ah, I just burned myself. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Oh no, yeah, that was a bad burn. Look, where is it? I burned myself right here. You can't really see it, but it's already red. I haven't done that in a while. That's what I get for keep on messing around with this shirt, putting so much more stuff on there. I'm gonna just go ahead and put my Aquaphor. Aquaphor is amazing. I love me some Aquaphor. Put some of that Aquaphor in there and then call it a day. Keep grinding. Mm-mm. Keep on grinding. Keep grinding. Keep on grinding. Mm-mm. Keep grinding. Keep on grinding. All right, now I'm done with the shirt for real. Keep grinding. Keep on grinding. See, one shirt take all my energy. That's gonna be well, it's not going to be a nasty burn because I'm taking care of it right now. But it could have been a nasty burn. So let me sit down here and talk to y'all real quick before I go. Before I let go. Let me talk to y'all real quick before I let go. Ooh, sorry. You know shine it for you because I nothing I would not do. Oh, before I let you go. I've enjoyed Hello World, totally enjoy happy manifesting to you all. Much get something on. Yeah, I put some aquaphor. So before I go, y'all, oh yeah, I'm about to leave. Just to sum everything up, the 3 things that you have written down that you want to manifest, look at it often. There's no time. Don't put any limitations. Look at it often. See it as true. And if, just like what Silly Mama said earlier, if life is starting to pull you in a way where it's taking you away from possibility of people, it's not permanent, but just know that in order for some of those things that you've written down for them to come to fruition, you may need not have them around, but it's not always permanent. Happy manifestation to you all. And please, 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 don't give up just because it doesn't happen right away or in your time frame. Our time is not the same as God, your maker, or your creator's time. It's one thing that we don't agree on because we've never been judging time by our creator's system. We've been judging time by humanistic systems. So know that there's a difference between that. There's a gap because we caused that, because we created that so that we could have all these different celebrations and mark and territorize. I made up a new word, territorize. Or make territories of gaps of time to celebrate capitalism most of the time. So I say that to say, don't look at it as though it didn't happen literally in the time frame that you wanted, but just know that it's gonna happen. Will you believe? You gotta believe that your manifestations will come to fruition. You gotta believe it's true. Even if it doesn't happen the way you want it to. And if you're manifesting something in the physical, like people or something like that, keep an open mind. Everybody has to be synchronized to the right tune in order for those things to be coming true. So it may take longer, it may take shorter, but it's going to come. Believe that. I listen to me, my body, and go from there. Exactly. Affirmations are awesome as well. Exactly. Make a vision board. Yeah, that's kind of like what we did with those 3 questions. But not those 3 questions, those 3 things. That was like a little partial vision board. But you can go bigger, on a bigger scale, and make one. If you want to know how to make a vision board, if you've never done so, you can type in my channel in the search vision board. And there's at least two lives where, I kind of guide everyone how to make one, and we made a YouTube one. We made 2 YouTube vision boards. So remember, you are beautiful and amazing. There is no mistake about you. Every single thing that you've gone through brought you to this point. So whether it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, it still got you to this point. So what are you going to do with the remainder of time that you have? Be effective in producing the highest quality of yourself for this world that is in need of whatever you are purposed to do and be. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. I appreciate you guys giving me a little bit of your time, and I hope that you allow your manifestations to come true. I know I am. What about you? I'm Joy. If you want to support my company, go to BeTheDifferenceLLC.com. We have books, t-shirts, onesies, socks. We have a little bit of everything. So feel free to go on over there to BeTheDifferenceLLC.com. And until we meet again. Oh, and then follow me on all my social media platforms too if you can. It's just /BTDLLC. So until we meet again, my name is Joy, and I am signing out on another episode of Hello